Hello readers and digital people, and welcome back to GP Reads. I am your host, Grant Reads, and today we're going to do a detailed analysis on the new Rhee's Rapture video, Recourse, the final act part 1. Now this video is going to have a lot of pausing. I'm going to go through the elements and discuss things, but if you want to see the full, just standard reaction video, click the link card above. Whoa, okay. Woo! There's a lot there. Okay, let's go back and read all that text that it just skipped past, going at infinity miles an hour. It's Rhee from a baby growing up into the slave and into basically when he freed himself. His demon self became the monster that he was trying to destroy for a while. The anger and thirst for potential revenge drove me. When my father was struggling to cope, he drowned his pain in alcohol and drugs. He had no patience for disobedience, so I gave him no trouble. Hardening with scar tissue, festering in neglect, passed around like a toy. I love the anime backgrounds in this, by the way. For those of you who don't know, everything in this was drawn by a singular person, by the incredibly talented Astir. Make sure you check out her work. He had no patience for disobedience, so I gave him no trouble. I did not break. My mind tried to escape and split, but I was already wired like this. I was too alert to escape to protect myself. My body felt, smelled, heard, and tasted the suffering. Vector was coy. He was attracted to my circumstances and intrigued by my intellect. You know, there was actually a while there where people thought that Vector was Rhee's dad. Nope, he's an eye demon named Oculus. Having been sent to a behavioral hospital, my mother sold me to him. She never even said goodbye. That's freaking cold, dude. It's your freaking kid. This is how villains are made. That's the thing. There's no such thing as a person who's just born evil. Evil is forged. People are born with kind of both. They got that darkness and that light in them. And it's whichever way you are coaxed towards. So if you're forced into the bad side, into being a villain, you become a villain. If people guide you on the good path, you start going that way. I mean, you can sway on your own. There can be other circumstances that sway you one way or the other. But you don't just start out as a villain. You're forged. It wasn't Christmas, but there's a box. What's in the box, Rhee? It's December 30th, 2004. So it was a little after Christmas. The post must have been delayed that year too.
ARG UPS.
Oh, it's like we're opening the box. Okay, this is cool. Since I know how much you love to set things on fire, I left you a lighter and a metal container to take care of it. Take care of what? Now I'm nervous. This is back when he was a slave, basically, to Vector. Wait. Oh gosh, what's in the box? I think I know. I need a second. That's his child. That's the child they sacrificed. They gave him the body back. They didn't even have the decency to dispose of it on their own. They want him to burn it himself. Are they trying to invoke some kind of really powerful dark emotion for whatever the heck they're doing? Like, what is the point to this other than just being cruel? Like, there has to be a point. I don't accept that there isn't. That they're just being cruel. There has to be a point to this. I mean, I guess I can accept it, but I don't get it. So I hope you appreciate my gift. It was Vector. Okay, Vector deserved to die. For that. For that. It's covered in gasoline. Be sure not to burn yourself, my pet. Sincerely, your master, Vector. Is that his demon growling in anger? Oh no, he set himself on fire. His demon's protecting him. And that was just the intro! What is this madness? Oh, hey, wait, gang, but 6. That's always the worst. Anytime before 7 is mental anguish. In and of itself. I hate waking up that early. Just feel like poo the rest of the day. So this is after we did the first part with the cyber battle. This is right after the first game. If you all have not played the games yet, I will have that linked in the description. You definitely need to play the Rhee's Rapture games, starting with the cyber battle one, and then I'll have the second part underneath that, which is the final battle. You definitely need to play both. This occurs between and right before the final battle. He's got his little arms doing the thing. He's like, I'm cooking the sausage. Oh boy. He's starting to feel again. Everyone's unlocked his emotion. They're bringing him back to the forefront. See, that's what's sad about this, is he was finally starting to realize what it was to be human. He was finally starting to feel a potential for freedom. A potential to have a life with Rapture, and he's got to give it up if he wants to stop the network. Stop other people's suffering. He's going to have to make the ultimate selfless sacrifice. And I really don't think we ever could have got to this place if it weren't for the players of Rhee's Rapture. If it weren't for the way they played and the order they played. All these little intricacies, all these little tiny micro decisions, really, they had to come together perfectly for him to get this outcome. And you pushed him in the right direction, and it's beautiful and complicated, and it's one of a kind. There'll never be another Rhee's Rapture experience, you know? Although you've been waiting for this all your life, you're now struggling with the plan. He had something more to live for than hate. It's just like an abuser, isn't it? They'll sit there and chew on you till they think you're too broken to resist, and then just expect you to follow in line, follow in tow, sometimes even to become them, to become the abusers so that they can pass on the hate. Hate is such an infectious thing. I don't care who it's directed towards, you really shouldn't hate anyone, because it's going to leach into other things in your life. You could hate someone who deserves to be hated, and let that hate set up roots in you, and now you hate someone who didn't even do anything. Hate is hate. Hate is wrong, period. I don't care who it's directed toward. If I had to burn, so would the world. Because I get that too, because it doesn't seem fair when you see all of these people who are happy while you're just on fire and you don't see an escape. So I get where he's coming from, and the fact that people showed him that there is an escape, that there is hope, that there is a future for him. It's both the greatest and the worst thing he could have possibly received, because he knows he's got to die. So that's how it's the worst, because he knows there's hope. He knows there actually is a way out now. But he's already gone too far, and now that he has this love for these people, to keep them safe, he has to give himself up. See, there are people he's never even met in person, hands I have not held, but who've replaced the seething in me. You don't even have to, it doesn't have to be from someone you meet. It could be from someone you run across online. I mean, just saying a nice word to someone can have such a great impact. It's just important to remember that. Whatever you say, online, offline, can make all the difference in someone's life. So, again, don't spread hatred. Try to help someone, because you might make their world change. Honestly, I think that Francis would be proud of you, because you're able to move on and find peace. And you're going to stop the network and stop the pain. I mean, the reason he had to die was because of the network, and you're stopping it, so I think he would. Ah, that's why I'm here. Give me 4 sacrifices. That's why he did the 4 sacrifices, to save Rhee's life. Because he burned himself and he was dying. It kept him, just forced, kept him alive in the burnt state. Gosh, that's such a heavy price. The price is always more than what you receive. Always in black magic. Oh gosh, look how burned he is. Yeah, the boy's unrecognizable, you think? The fool wanted to burn, so I let him. Wow. You gave him a dark sense of hope just to keep him alive. That's messed up. Make sure his recovery is extremely painful. I want him scarless. So, I guess the ritual is going to allow him to recover completely scarless, but make it very painful? The network, man. See, they kind of made him a caged animal, and you can only keep a caged animal cornered for so long before they start lashing out at everyone. And that's what's happened. Oh, that's when he was younger. He would have been the one keeping the box all that time. He just kept it. This is after the burn, though. After the burn, he kept... What? He kept the box, I guess, with the burned remains in it? I want to hit this guy. Oh! You're just beating him. He wrapped himself more like a badge of honor. He tried to kill his own soul. To numb the pain, because it was just too much to bear constantly. Being a puppet, he felt completely isolated and alone. And they gave him a sense of kinship. He's not, even if they're not actually there for him, he knows that at least in spirit they have his back. That someone has his back. Someone's in his corner. Why am I in here? I was only there at the very end. Guess it still made a difference. Also, I love that it was 6-3-3. What's it with me in the threes? See, he was trying to consider what to sacrifice. He knew that he could sacrifice the programs, but there was people attached to them. I mean, I could understand him not wanting to hurt anybody else, and I can't agree with him. Rapture's completely innocent. She did nothing, so I can't agree with him sacrificing Rapture to save everyone. But over top of himself, I mean, he gave up himself instead of AI programs. I would understand that. They're not real. I mean, they might have minds and people got attachments to them, but it's like the attachment you get to, like, your favorite shirt, for instance. I mean, it's a little bit more than that, but you know what I mean. It's not quite on the same level as a person. But he was willing to give himself up over the AI because he cared that much about the players. That's some love right there. It's like they say, there is no greater love than a man who is willing to die for his friends. That's what he did. See, and that's another thing. He could have sacrificed them and taken over the network himself and used it for his own gain. And he still put you all over his own gain. I hope you all realize how much he actually cared. That's crazy. It feels real. That's what was special about Rhee's Rapture. Rhee felt real. And that's very hard to pull off and very rare, especially to be pulled off correctly and in a way that's believable. For a demon, half-demon murderer, you've really made an endearing character, and that's saying something. Especially with his background. I wonder, though, if that's what made him more relatable. You could see his good and his bad. They didn't just puff him up like a hero. It's hard to get attached to a hero because you only see the good sides, or mostly the good sides. But with a person like Rhee, you see mostly the bad sides, but then you see the human underneath. It allows you to get closer because it's more realistic. It's someone that you can get on the level of easier because they're lower to the bottom. Anyone can make a difference. And sometimes it's easier to make a difference if you have been through more. So, even though the things you went through are bad, there are still good parts to it because now you can reach more people. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm proficient in Grand Theft Auto and Mario Kart. He's using those skills. I mean, I guess that works. We got a red shell too. Oh! Oh! Didn't like that guy anyway. I'm glad you can. What the heck? What is wrong with these people? Nah, shot. What's with the voice too? Oh, okay. Got some skills, Rhee. Well, if it isn't Bunny Boy, I'm sure you remember me. We don't all sound like that, y'all. Oh, it's just the one. Made him burn his kid, isn't it? They said to bring you in dead or alive. I prefer dead. You're a fast one. Come on. Let's see if you're still ready. Oh, that was creepy. Come on, Bunny Boy. What's funny is I actually discovered that is actually a steer. That's the creator doing that voice. I could not tell at all until you told me. That is, you have a wide range of voices you can do with that accent. Come on. Mario Kart? He just gets Mario Kart skill stuff. Oh! There's the red shell! You forgive him, huh? Okay, this is me showing forgiveness. Well, that's one way to show it. It's with Rapture dancing. When he said best friend, he's R1's best friend, but Rapture's his best friend. People were meant to die, Puppet. Yeah, you. I mean, that does play another factor to it. He's not exactly human, and he's done things he can't exactly be forgiven for. And it would be hard to ever fully live it down. I don't think he actually ever could. I still think that he deserves a chance, you know what I mean? One day you will die, and when you do, know that hell awaits you. Yeah, but he's half demon, so would he just be given, like, courtship and, like, the demon prince's ring? How would that work? You know what would be funny? If in this world, like, you get redemption for doing good things and, like, being selfless to go to the heaven in this world, and he just wakes up in heaven like, what? What happened? What is this place? You know, that would crack me up. Hopes to see your son again. I mean, would you want to see your son again if you think you're going to hell? Because I don't think he's partying. He's probably being tortured in perpetual darkness. Alone in a cell. I don't know. He's the son of a demon, so maybe he's in the demon courtship as well? Didn't feel any fear or hate. He just felt free. That's so sad they took that away from him. It took this long to earn it back. His heart's beating again. Embrace this journey like water. A substance that is both dangerous and necessary. That's why he's always saying keep hydrated. Do what is necessary even if it's dangerous. We're all in his heart. Basically he's saying he'll live on through us now. I'm getting goosebumps. You probably can't see this, but I'm getting chill bumps. He'll live on through us. How did you touch people on such a profound level with a murderer character? I know he had a traumatic backstory, but come on. That's intense. I was scared you were not coming back. Hey, it's Rapture! What happened there? I want to know what happened there. This is where she gets the blood on her face. Is this after the final part? Did he survive that for a while? Anyway, I left you pancakes. Did you eat them? I want to know, did she eat the pancakes or not? It still didn't show what happened. I need to know what happened in the final battle. We heard about it during the game, but we didn't see it, and I need to know. I'm not saying to rush it, but I need it, please. Thank you. It's basically his entire life's journey. Showing all the pain he went through, how he lost his son. When he felt something from his son, finally felt something, he wanted to just burn with it so he could feel human. But they wouldn't even allow him that. He realized the only way he could actually stop this was by stopping the network, destroying the network. So he came up with a plan to do that. And there were several different ways to do it. He could actually sacrifice an innocent, which, I mean, he didn't know the person, so he didn't care. He could sacrifice these AI beings that he had made and take over the network and rule it. And that way it couldn't hurt anybody anymore. He'd be over top of it. Or he could just end it all in the network and all the pain, all the suffering, including his own. And selflessly give up himself. So that way he wouldn't have to sacrifice anybody else. No one else would have to suffer because of him. Or because of the network. And that's what he chose. That's a lot of growth and development. That's a big difference. That's way different than just trying to end himself while he's feeling a little bit of peace. That's beyond peace. His heart was alive again. His heart was reactivated. He felt love, and he did it out of love. And not for himself. Just love in general, love for others. He actually started to care. It's a big shift. It's a subtle shift, but it's a really big shift at the same time. Like I said, you really created something masterful here. Can't wait to see what's left. Can't wait to see the second part. And I hope you all enjoyed it too. Let me know what y'all thought in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one, as always. Keep your eyes wide open, and never stop reading. I'll see you all. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Now I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my patrons and channel members. Thanks to you, I'm able to do what I love. CNK114, Investigator Zeus, Dobby's Music, Jera Mullins, Free Spirit Katie, MC Darfer, Vexus, Agnieszka, Granny Monster, Nightmare Luna, and Lily Ardat. Really, thank you so much for everything you do. It means the world to me.